And yet we see, not in America, I'm happy to say, because President Trump is standing strong, but in Europe, one country after another succumbing to them, condemning Israel that is fighting these monsters and is doing its best to avoid civilian casualties, but basically giving a prize of a Palestinian state to these people who want to use it to destroy the one and only Jewish state. That is not merely the slumber of democracies, it's the weakness of democratic leaders who at a time of testing should stand up and show leadership. And leadership means standing up for the truth, standing up for your conviction, standing up for the right side of history and not for the wrong side that right now is completely populated with these mass killers and terrorist monsters.
Yeah, I mean, you referenced Churchill and World War II, and I noticed that in the letter you wrote to Albanese that I got hold of, you used the word appeasement. You said of their move to recognize a Palestinian state that it's not diplomacy, it's appeasement. Again, is this word appeasement a direct reference to how Europe dealt with Hitler in the 1930s? And do you think we're seeing from leaders like Albanese and others a similar complacency now?
It's exactly what we're seeing. It's appeasement, pure and simple. It's, again, if you refer to Churchill, he called us the sacrifice of Czechoslovakia, another small democracy like Israel that was accused by Hitler that it took away land from this German minority in the Sudetenland that's part of Czechoslovakia. You have to give it up. You have to give them a state, and if you give them a state or independence, I'll let you go. I won't start a war. Well, okay, the democracies pressed Czechoslovakia to make that concession. They gave that part to Hitler, and what did he do? He immediately started World War II, the worst war in the history of humanity, that claimed millions and millions of people, innocent people, dead. Well, we're not going to repeat that. Israel is a small democracy, the only democracy in the Middle East that is being assaulted by terrorist organizations and other proxies of Iran and by Iran itself, and they openly call for our destruction, and they openly say that you, the West, will be their next target. And what do these countries do? Exactly what the Western countries did towards Czechoslovakia before World War II. They're condemning Israel. They want to put Israel at tremendous risk by giving this strategic piece of land right next to Jerusalem and Tel Aviv to these Palestinians who want to destroy Israel. They don't even hide it. Well, we're not going to do that, and we're not going to repeat the mistakes that were made prior to World War II. But I can tell you one other thing that Churchill said. He called appeasement feeding the crocodile. You feed the crocodile that's chasing you in the hope that he will somehow spare you. But he said, he's not going to spare you. He's going to eat everything you give and then eat you. And that's what the Western leaders, including unfortunately in Australia, are doing. They're trying to feed the crocodile of militant Islam that has claimed the lives not only of Jews, but Christians and Arabs, many Muslims, and so on. And they think they'll they'll appease the crocodile. No, it won't. The more you pour fuel into this anti-Semitic, anti-Israel and anti-Western fire, the greater the fire will grow. It will consume you in the end. You have no protection unless you stand up to it.
Netanyahu's words strike at the heart of today's global debate. Is the West standing firm against extremism or quietly appeasing it in the hope it will go away? The crocodile metaphor echoes Churchill's warning before World War II, that those who feed the beast of aggression only delay its bite. But critics argue Netanyahu himself is fueling the flames with hardline policies that isolate Israel on the world stage. So here's the question. Is the West truly feeding the crocodile? Or is Israel demanding unconditional backing, no matter the cost? Either way, Netanyahu's warning reminds us that in geopolitics, appeasement is never without consequences.